Hey everyone, welcome to the Banter. It's another Sunday night. It's quite warm tonight, so I'm really hot. Sarah, how you going? Hi Hood, how are you? It's so muggy. Just reading some of your comments. Welcome to tonight's show. Got some new cards tonight, so I'm a little bit excited to show you all those. How's everyone's week? If you're new, say hey, let me know that you're on. I'm doing really well. Mandy, I'm good. Watching a bug. If you're online, let me know so I know you're actually there. I can see 8 of you on, only a few of you are talking, so say hi. Don't be shy. Hi, Wayne. How are you? Samantha, how are you? Is anyone on new tonight for the first time? So tonight I have these beautiful cards here. Look at these. They're still wrapped up. Heart Songs by Lena Mathers. Second time, Sam. I haven't even opened these cards yet. Lena sent them to me the other day, so it's going to be awesome. They're like sealed. How do we get in here? Japan. How's everybody's week? I've been moving this week, so we're all dead. Not really. Ow. Oh, here comes the cat. Come on, Bugs. I swear she knows. She knows when everyone's floating around to say hi. Clear the desk for her. How's everyone's week? What's everyone up to? Yours is boring. Why is yours boring? Hi, Pamela. Christine. Try to get into these cards. Ow. If you're new, say hey. Ah, gee whiz. These things are proper sealed. Get in a minute. You can't work at the moment. Hey, Gypsy. Friday. Right. I got into the pack. Yes. We have success. Ah, Sam, yeah. It's hard, isn't it? I know so many people that have pretty much lost their barber shops and tattoo shops and stuff like that. So these are Lena's beautiful cards. I like the box already. Let me see. So the magnet, which is cool. 44 inspirational cards with guidebook. The Heart Song card deck is a portable companion for daily inspiration and has been written from a place of unconditional love, yearning, learning, and balance. Isn't that sweet? So tonight we're going to use these. Yeah, I know it sucks. Oh, they're little. They're kind of cute. Oh, wow. These are so pretty. So the box is all pink. I love pink. You guys know I love pink. It's got a magnetic clasp, but look at this. Wow, they're so pretty. They're silver gilded. Look. These are so beautiful. They're like this. How many's counting that? I'm going to drop them in the first bit. What are you up to, Gypsy? So whenever you open up a new card deck, chances are they're quite sticky because they've come straight from the manufacturer. These feel so lovely. Sugar Mama, what are you up to? So guys, wow, these are so nice. Thank you, Lena, for sending me your beautiful cards. We're all going to enjoy these tonight. Let's have a look. I don't know where Ari is. She took off. Anybody bought any cards this week or done any readings or? Oh, look, I already jumped out already. I'm not paying attention to that. Oh, Gypsy. Love you to bits, you know that. Just had a spa. Is that COVID? Mike Easy. Just got to get them unstuck. Stuck. So they're a nice size. They're not as small as some of the other ones. Kyles, do you know who I was thinking about the other day? What was his name? The cranky one. Next, a couple are up from Upper. Remember his name? Can't remember his name. Brain fart. All right, let's have a look. See here. So, let me think. Do I have anything to discuss? So, who's John? No, his name's not John. What's his name, Kylie? Jackie, how are you? Steve, no, the next one down from Steve and Eva. Kylie. Can't remember his name. He was a total crank. But did anyone catch my show today? We had a great day today with Spirit. In my platform show, we had an okay turnout, some great evidence, which is always a good thing. You know, whenever you do a show, you always think, gosh, you know, I hope I'm not going to be shit. I hope I'm going to get some evidence. But we did. We got some really nice messages for people today. Have they both gone? Oh, my goodness. That's so sad. Oh, I love Diva. Was it Bill? Wasn't Bill, was it? You missed it. You're going to have to catch the next one, Samantha. All right, where am I going to go? Let's have a look here. Jackie Reed. I feel like I need a message. I've still got Spirit with me from today. Oh, did she? Bless her heart. Steve was sick anyway. All right, guys, so if you're on for the first time tonight, welcome. The way that I run my Sunday nights is that I go where I'm guided to go with these readings, okay? So we'll pull a card if Spirit comes through. They may actually come through tonight because I've been working all day with Spirit. So I might, you know, if I am guided to, I will bring somebody through. But I go where I'm guided to. So if you don't get a message, please don't be disheartened because I do get to as many people as I possibly can. Hey, look, There's our meat salesperson online. Okay, Jackie. So if I'm not responding to your messages, please don't take it to heart, because I'm actually connecting to spirit for the person that I'm reading for, and then I'll get back to your messages once that reading's over. Okay, so I can actually see my glasses are fogged up. It's so hot where I am at the minute. It's muggy. Okay, Jackie. I haven't looked at these cards before, so let's have a look here. Look, Jackie, your card is enlightenment. Let me just see how these work. Oh, there's all different. So there's a keyword on the bottom of each card, and then there's guidance on these cards as well. They're just so cute. Light your way every day with your light healed. Wait, I'm reading it backwards. Light your way every day with your light heart filled with thoughts of kindness, love, and enhancement. The simple things that instill understanding, compassion, and grace. Jackie. Hey, Belinda. How are you, sweetheart? Are you all right? So Jack, what this is saying is that I really feel like you need to simplify things. You overcomplicate things, and I just want to say to you, pull it back to the basics. You know, stop the overthinking, because I feel as if, you know, there are things going on in your life at the present time, and it's almost like you're reading too much into them. And I just want to say to you, just pull it back a little bit, and you know, don't read too much in. Just relax your mind, bring in the love, and, you know, just enjoy the simple things that bring grace and happiness and compassion into your life. Okay. You know, at the present time, there's so much harder energy going on in the world, and I just think that so many of us are falling victim to that hardness. And so I just want to say, Jackie, step back, stop doubting yourself, step back, and just allow that space for compassion, grace, understanding. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I do feel that you are being upgraded at the moment, as a lot of people are being upgraded at the present time. And so I just want to say to you, allow it to happen. Don't force anything. Allow the ebb and flow of life and the energy. And I do see that, you know, you will come out the next couple of weeks feeling a lot lighter than what you have been in the previous few weeks. So just hold on to that, baby, and I think you're going to be okay. You know, it's almost like you've pushed through a bubble. It's trying to get through that door, and then suddenly you've shifted everything that needs to be shifted, and you know, every obstacle that was stopping you getting through that door has now been lifted. So good things to come, and I really feel that in the next few weeks you're going to you know, come along in leaps and bounds, and just feel a lot lighter energy in your heart space, in your etheric space, and just in your mind. But you know, spirit's just passing that reminder not to overthink things. I'll leave that with you. Hope that makes sense to you. It's Di's birthday. Oh, it is Di's birthday too. Happy birthday, Di, wherever you are. Is anyone new tonight? First time on? Michaela, I'm going to read for you. I feel like I'm drawn to you. Laura, when you love yourself, and I have told you this time and time again, when you love yourself, the right person will come into your path, and you know, love you the way that you need to be loved. But you have to love yourself first. So there's a little bit of healing to do, my dear. Okay. Michaela. Michaela, yours is guiding light. Allow love to be your guiding light. It will shine and light your way. Okay. what I want to say is that allow love to be your light. Guiding light. What I'm being drawn to in this particular card is that, you know, when you see the best in people all the time, and then suddenly, you know, you get your hand burnt, and you're sort of like feeling that your trust is lost in people and your trust is lost in humanity. What I want to say to you, Michaela, is that light shines path on many things, and the one thing that I'm being shown that's coming to you, where the light is actually you know, going to illuminate a lot coming up, is that, sorry, I'm just listening to spirit as I'm trying to talk, and they interrupt. How rude. There's anybody say excuse me. But yeah, what I'm actually seeing is illumination coming over so many small details for you, Michaela. I know that you're sort of like on path, and I know that you have a basic fundamental idea and concept about where you want to go and what you actually want to do. But what I'm seeing is the smaller details and the guiding light, or you are going to be led down a path where you're going to pay more respect and more attention to the finer details of what it is you're actually doing in your life. You know, mouse medicine is scrutiny, and it is looking at the smaller details, usually in contracts and things like that. But I'm going to switch it over, and I just want to say to you, like, take your time. You don't have to you know, you don't have to sort of rush ahead at 100 miles an hour. Slow and steady, you know, it does win the race. And sometimes I feel as if quality is better than quantity. And I just want to say to you, whatever you're doing, whatever you're aiming for, make sure it's quality. You know, don't rush. You're doing something from the heart space, and that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, but it, you know, it will happen inevitably. So I'm just going to leave you that one, Michaela, because I feel as if, you know, you're feeling anxious, and you're feeling like you know, I should have had it out already, or I should have done this already, or it should have been done ages ago. And I just want to say to you that, you know, when you do achieve what it is you're setting out and your goals that you're setting out to do, then, you know, the quality is going to be there. And I think that's much more respectable than, you know, spewing out into the world half-baked cakes. So that's my analogy, cakes. I'm going to leave that one with you. Hi, Francis. How's our duck? Jan, I've got your message. I sent you a message as well, so I hope you got that. Let's have a look here. All right. I'm new here. Do we have to email to get a reading on your live? Needing some guys. Patricia, no, you don't have to. If I'm drawn to read for you, I will read for you tonight. I try and get newbies that are on to I try and give them a reading, just to sort of like an introduction, basically, as to how I work and the way that spirit works through me. But we do, if you look across the screen, there's an email address there for private readings. And when you do have a private reading with me, you actually get so much more information. On these live shows, I do have to sometimes edit information because it is a public forum. And, you know, it can be quite intimate, and, you know, it's not something to be plastered all over social media. But I do give a basic read, but it's certainly not as deep as what you would get from a private reading. So if you are interested in private reading, jump on office.ozpsychicbarb@gmail.com, and you can get one there. Hey, Vanessa, how are you, sweetheart? How you going? I watch your lives all the time. Okay, so the token duck is eating peas and having a bath. There you go. Valentina's in the bathtub eating peas. Okay, Pamela Watson, let's have a look here for you. Okay. I got this new deck of cards today. These beautiful deck of cards Lena sent me. Lena, I don't know how to spell her surname. Matthias? Mavis? Don't know. Anyway, Lena sent me these beautiful cards. They're just lovely. They're all gilded, so nice and shiny. And I'm really loving them. Just reading some messages. Wendy, how are you going? Kerry, thank you so much for your kind words. Patricia, it is going great, Vanessa. We haven't worked together in so long. I think we were on it. Can't remember. Were we on it? Ringwood. I think the last time we worked together. Where am I going? Let me have a look here. I'm a bit slow tonight, guys. Just bear with me. I've had a massive week and a relocation and a big move and a show today as well. So I'm getting to you as quick as I can, but if I'm not as on point reaction-wise, just bear with me. I'm just a bit tired, but the readings are always on point. Where am I going? Yeah, Vanessa, always happy to work with you, babe. Always happy to Pamela, I'm going to go with Pamela. Now I'm confused. Did I say Pamela or Wendy? You like my shirt? Beric, was it? Don't remember. Okay. Wendy Watson. I'm going to go with Wendy. Vanessa, do you have these cards? These are so pretty. I knew had a dream of a lady saying you have me. Ginger, I sent you a message. Oh, you sent me one back. Oh, nearly dropped them. Maria, how you going? All right, I'm confused. Who am I reading for? Yeah, I am tired tonight, Christine. I've had a really big... Wait a minute. You guys are doing my head in. Watsons? It's always you lot. Wait a minute. Happy birthday, Di. We love you. Enjoy today. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Happy birthday from everyone here in the Barber Banter. Okay, now I'm going to go with Wendy Watson. So whoever was before or after, I'm wiping that out because I want to go for Wendy. So that's where I'm going. Today went really well. Yeah, we got some incredible evidence. Which was dropping cards. Here we go. Share. Wendy, it says share. I'll show you what the cards look like. You see that? Live life through your heart and remember to share with others. This allows true meaning of kindness and compassion to evolve and be understood. Okay. Wendy, the one thing that I'm drawn to when I'm looking at this card is that sometimes we have people in our lives that have hurt us or caused us harm or pain or you know, just made us feel a little bit wobbly. And what I actually want to say, or what I'm actually being shown in regards to this card, is that sometimes we have to forgive those people. Now, we never forget, okay? You can never forget, but you can forgive, okay? And that is like this card is talking about, living life through your heart. And you're actually sharing unconditional love with other people. You know, we all have to remember that people are on a journey. People are, you know, continually learning their own lessons and their own values. And sometimes, you know, we take it personally and we get our noses out of joint and we become all self-important and, carry on. But the thing is, what they're doing is just being themselves. And however we're reacting to it is our problem, not, it's our problem, not their problem. They're just being themselves. And I've said this time and time again, when you go into a supermarket or something and you see some little kid running around who's just being a kid, and then all of a sudden the mum's like, whacked him one. I never forget being in, I think it was Target one day, and this lady was going right off at this little kid, and she hit him the first time and then was going to hit him the second time. And I remember grabbing her by the hand and said to her, if you hit the child again one more time, it's going to be you that's on the floor. And hey baby. And I just think, the kid's just being a kid. Deal with it as an adult. You're the adult. And that's what I want to say, in this particular reading. What I'm being shown is sometimes you have to be the bigger person, and you have to realize that whatever's happening in somebody's life, it's not about you personally. They're just being themselves, but the issue is actually with yourself. So when you can forgive somebody for hurting you or making you feel a certain way, then you're actually coming from that heart space, okay, which is divine love, which is where we want to come from. It's a higher vibration, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to lift up the vibration of the world at the present time, and living through the heart space is sometimes one of the most hardest things to achieve. It's not easy to forgive people that have hurt you. And, it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, it's just ego, and it's just, it's our self-important platform, and it's this and this and this. But when you're really, really hurt, you don't want to hear that shit. All you're concentrating on is, I am hurt. I want to get back at this person for hurting me. It's a natural instinct. You watch kids fight. You watch kids play, and then one of them gets hurt, and then it's like game of murder. Who's gonna kill somebody first? Yeah. And that's like humans. That's like adult humans. Everything's fine until somebody gets hurt, and then out come the knives. But to be a better person, to be a bigger person, is to see through your heart, and not through your self-importance, and not through your ego, and just realize that what you're actually being shown is a lesson here, and it's a lesson to evolve, and a lesson to grow, and a lesson to learn from. These people are just mirrors for you. So what are you learning? So what I'm wanting to say here, Wendy, in all of this banter that's going on, is that when you can truly come from a compassionate, loving place, that's when you're going to evolve your soul. That's when you're going to be understood, and you're going to be heard by spirit, and that's when you're going to be put on path. And so I'm just being guided to say to you, Wendy, sometimes you have to be put on your big Bridget Joan knickers and actually be the bigger person. So I know that makes sense for you, so I'm going to leave it there, if that's okay. Just reading all your comments. Some of you are totally biased, but I love you guys. Will I find a flat to live in? Just found out today I have to move, so everything's up in the air for me. Yes, Patricia. Yes, you will find somewhere to live, okay? Just remember that everything happens in divine timing, okay? And, if you're being asked to move on, then you're being asked to move forward, and that brings new opportunities and new abundance and, a fresh energy. So bring it on. Sometimes we have to be, shaken awake a little bit just to keep us moving, keep us on path. So yes, you will find somewhere, and you certainly will be looked after by spirit. Does anybody have any questions, like one-liners or any guidance they want to actually ask? Honey, do you have the little one with you? I can hear Thomas in the bathtub. His tank's not set up yet, so he's in the bath. Okay. Wait a minute. Peace and blessings upon you and your family. I am Willie for. Nigeria, if you need anything about spiritual thing. Oh my goodness. I just love these ones. They're so cool. Does anybody want a love spell? I can't get it off. Wait a minute. There we go. What you blocked him? What? I don't know what you type in there. Oh, you blocked him already. My mom gave me a note on the day she died, which read, "Put all your trust in the Almighty, the Divine." I'm just reading this message. I'm going to share it with everyone. There you go. Look at that, Michaela. So that makes sense for you, doesn't it? That's awesome. Obviously, Michaela, you needed to see that. So that's actually beautiful. Thank you for sharing with us. Hi, David. How are you? Corinne, you're 62, been single for 20 years. Will I actually meet a bloke? Well, I'm not a matchmaker. But what I would say is that, you know, what are you doing to meet that person? Are you working on yourself? Are you putting yourself out there? Do you know what sort of person you're wanting to bring into your life? These are all things you need to ask yourself when you're trying to bring a partner into your life. Thanks, Vanessa. Love you. And, you know, what I want to say to you is, like, for anybody, Laura, if you're still on as well, you know, if you're wanting to invoke somebody into your life, you know, do you know the sort of person that you're wanting? What do they, you know, look like? How does it feel to be with that person? You know, when you're putting it out there in the big wide world, you know, the universe needs to know what your shopping list is. You can't just go, want a person, and when somebody goes, what sort? I don't know. You know, how is Spirit going to know what to give you if you don't know what you're asking for? So you need to have specifics, guys, if you're wanting to have a shopping list as to what you sort of like want in a person, what sort of qualities you're willing to put up with and not put up with. You know, do you like this or do you like that? Just have a basic idea. Sometimes you get flipped on your bum and, you know, you get what you need and not what you actually asked for. But, you know, if you're putting it out there and you're putting out the intention out there that you want to meet somebody, and you want to meet somebody to bring in comfort and love and abundance and joy, and you want to share your life with somebody, and these are the things you want to do, then, you know, you have to put it out there. So, you know, yes, whack it out there. You know, Samantha, are you out on social media, on any dating sites? You know, have a look. Love yourself, and then when you least expect it, somebody will come along. Does that make sense? Something that I really believe in is that, you know, we can have an idea what attracts us to a person, but it's, you know, I was having this conversation the other day, and it's the whole thing that attracts you to a person. You know, you can have somebody that's absolutely beautiful to look at and are just the most horrible, vile people. and they're just, you know, they're not worth it. They're not worth the pain. They're not worth the ego. They're not worth the self-importance, the narcissism. And then you can have, you know, somebody that, you know, is really shy about their appearance, and yet they're the most incredible, beautiful people that, you know, you will ever meet. And who they are outshines absolutely everything. And I, you know, I really believe that too many people, you know, I've done it in the past, placed all my values in looks, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And, you know, I guess I'm really blessed now to have the best of both worlds, but you know, it's been a long time coming, and a lot of hard work on myself as well. And I think that that's what we all need to do. We need to work on ourselves and bring in self-love. And once that can happen, then, you know, spirit will just go, well, here you go. Now like attracts like, and you get that person that you're actually asking the universe for, which is beautiful. So those of you that are wanting partners in your life, I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, and hope that, you know, sooner rather than later, whatever it is that you need to cross over to get to where you're going, that love door will open up, and you'll find, you know, that special person waiting there for you. There you go. Pam's written up something here that's pretty much what I just sort of said. I found writing what I wanted in a mate helped deliver my partner to me. Not a physical attribute, but things like good work ethic, same life stage, etc. You know, there's so many things. I love the way everybody, you know. David's got on point as well. Look, this is David. Got told by Nan, don't go looking for love, let it come to you. Okay, yeah, that's right. Work on yourself first. Once you can work on yourself, then, you know, everything else is going to fall into place. Mum's 90. Wow, that's so cool. All right, does anybody else have a question? Anything they want to share? Let me see where I'm going to go here. If you're on for the first time, say hey, let us know that you're here. And yeah, where are you from? Let us know where you're from. Okay. Happy Sunday. Happy Banter. Hey, Ruthie. How are you? You keep seeing bugs everywhere. Oh, F-bugs. That's because it's summer and they're coming out. Ruthie, I'm drawn to you, so I'm going to jump in here. I've got Lena's cards that I'm reading with, which is great. So, David's from Glenfield, Wendy's from Melbourne. Just bear with me, guys. I go where spirit guides me, so I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going in order. Spirit knows which order to run through. So. All right, guys. So just bear with me. I'm just going to pause for 2 seconds. I have spirit with me, and I need to talk about an aneurysm being clamped in the brain. Who can place that? An aneurysm clamped in the brain. I feel it's with a female. Ruth, I'm going to pause your reading. I'm going to do that card reading, but I really feel like I need to talk about this woman. So it's either somebody living has had an aneurysm brain clamp, or somebody passed over and they had one. But I have to acknowledge a female with a Karine, your auntie, Did she have a clamp put in? Really strong, really strong. And I feel like it's an aneurysm that they've tried to clamp. Okay, Maria, just bear with me. What did your auntie pass with, Karine? Just bear with me, guys. Oh, she just passed over. You wrote on there that your auntie passed with it on Friday. Not sure. My cousin had one a couple of years ago. She's still alive. I feel like this person has passed over. My sister had one as well in 2002, 4 weeks before your mum. Wow, that's crazy. A blood clot in the brain after a cancer. A blood clot in the brain. Okay. Okay. Just asking for some more information. Just bear with me. Okay. Maria, just hold on there, and Sarah, just hang on as well. I'm trying to decipher where this goes. They're in hospital and rehab together. That's so cool. Definitely got a lady in spirit that's had a clamp or a clasp in an aneurysm, and I have to go with that one. Okay, so it's a blood clamp or a clot that's been clamped. And they have passed over. Okay, they passed over from something else, but this is what they're coming through with, telling me that, you know, there's this blood clot or this aneurysm that's being clamped. So with you guys that are actually making comments about it, can any of you place that this is something that would have been clamped or attempted to be clamped, and they've passed over? Okay. I'm also getting a Bernie or a Bernard or something like a B, E, maybe a Belinda, but B, B, E, B. Oh wow, missed a heap of comments. My cousin had one a couple of years ago. My sister had one. A blood clot in the brain after cancer. They were in hospital. Can anybody place a Bernie? I've got a lady that's passed over with a clamp for a blood clot or something like that. And I also have to talk about a knee replacement as well. Okay, and the name Bernie or the name BE, a name starting with BE as well. So can anyone place this? Can anyone put these together? I know that somebody here has them. Guys, please take this person. I don't know who Bernie is. Bec, I'm just being given the name Bernie, and I have to talk about Bernie, or I've been given the name BE, or a name that starts with B and with an E. I feel like it's like a Bernie or a something like that. And I also have to talk about a knee replacement or knee surgery. And I know that this lady definitely had something done with her brain as well, like a clamp. Come on, guys. I know she's somebody's. Okay, let me see what else I can get for you. Let me see. I'm being shown like a Auntie Vern passed with an aneurysm. Her grandson Bernie has just knee surgery. Gay, I think I'm with you. Okay. Does he get called Bernie as well? Yeah, Gay, I think I feel like I'm with you because these are really specific things and she's really persistent about them. And I feel like it was a Bernie. I feel like that's what I want to say. And I'm being shown the knee surgery, so I know it's really specific. Okay. Gay, I also have to talk about it looks like some sort of a reflux problem. You know, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but you know, I feel as if it's like a reflux problem or gastrointestinal, something like acidic ulcer, something like that, with this lady also, or with somebody living near and around you. And I'm being shown a ruby ring, or a ruby stone in a ring, or something like that too. Gay, can you place these? Don't hang back, guys. If you can place any of this stuff, I need to know, because otherwise I sit here like a twat while spirit tries to find you. So, you know, if you do make sense of anything that's coming forward, please acknowledge it. Don't worry about who's there or what's going on. You know, somebody's coming forward, and you know, don't hang back. If you can make sense and you can place something, and you feel like it may be you that I'm with, then just say so. Okay. She was a stress head. Okay, Gay, can you place the yeah, I feel like it's a ruby, but I feel like ruby. I want to talk about, you know, when you have stones and things like that for wedding anniversaries. I almost want to say this is, she wants to acknowledge a ruby anniversary. I don't have no idea what year that is. I know that isn't 60 diamond or something. I don't know. Would have been an anniversary that would have been really important, but I have to acknowledge that too. But I'm just seeing a ruby ring and have to place that. And Gay, I also feel like there's something in regards to stomach problems that she's wanting to acknowledge also. 40th, thank you, Francis. So there might have been a 40th anniversary, wedding anniversary coming up, been and gone, that this lady's actually talking about. So she's wanting to acknowledge that. Now, thanks. Gay, would it make sense that you've received a birth certificate or found somebody's birth certificate recently? Because she's showing me like searching paperwork and there's a birth certificate, and I feel like it's a missing link. So I don't know whether you're doing your family history or there's a missing link there or something along those lines, but I feel like there's a birth relative to a birth certificate or some sort of a document that's sitting there as well. This lady's got really painful legs. I don't know whether they're varicose veins or what they are, but she's showing me that she's got really painful legs. Anyway, Di, I'm going to bring her to you so you can sort the rest of that information out as you please, because I know that my guides are hot to trot today, and I just have to acknowledge that. So I feel like, you know, there is going to be a relevance to varicose veins or, you know, veins that are sort of sitting there as well. So I have to pass that through there. But Gay, what I'm actually seeing is writing down or documenting at the present time. And I feel like you need to start writing things down. Okay, write things down. I don't know why I'm being asked for you to document things, but I feel like I want to get your diary out and start to write things down as they happen. Okay, because you may need to go back and you may need to look at things a little bit later. So record keeping is the word that I'm being passed across to you from this beautiful lady, and I know that that's going to be relevant, and I know that it's going to be really important for you, and that you do understand it. Okay, so yeah, find points, find documents, and make sure you record. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you for the minute. I also have to acknowledge to Gay. It's don't know whether it's a skin tag or a skin cancer on the back of a male's neck. Okay, it's like on the back, the lower part of the neck. I have to acknowledge that as well. So just hold on to that one, because this lady's talking about that also, and is just saying it's going to be fine. Okay, so I have to pass that across, and it's going to be fine. So I know that's all relative to you, and I'm going to leave that message and leave her with you, if that's okay. Okay, Ruthie, back to you. You still online? Who's here for the first time? Let me know. Say hey. Just pulling out another new deck of cards that I have here. Let me see where I'm going to go. Check your sentences. Any spirit messages. Jackie, I'll have a look at some stage. Just bear with me. I'm going to go with David at the moment after I look at Ruthie's. So, Ruth, are you still there? I've got Karen Dalton Smith's tea leaf question answer cards. They're really pretty. Look, teacups. So this is for Ruth Lenny. Guys, can anybody place a yo-yo that they would have had this week, please? A yo-yo, or come across an old yo-yo in a box, or a really specific message. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I have to talk about a yo-yo. I remember having one as a kid. Yo-yo. I had a mellow yellow one. Remember them? Some people had Coca-Cola and Fanta. I had a mellow yellow one. Michaela, you had a yo-yo yesterday. Did you? Did you actually have the yo-yo? Oh, flying out. All right, Michaela. Yes, was playing with one on Wednesday. With the oldies. How funny. Okay, just hang on to that, Kyles. Michaela, hang on to that. I just want to read Ruth's cards so that I don't leave her hanging. We have to balance it all out. Normally I don't do mediumship, but since Spirit's floating around, we'll work with them tonight. We won't send them off on a journey. Let's have a look here. Ruthie, what or who do I need to put behind me to be a better person? Okay. Ruth, I feel like, you know, you're an incredible person, and you know, what or who do you need to put behind me is that person that tells you that you can't, you won't, you don't. And I feel like it's not so much your alter ego, but it's the person that holds you back, and that's yourself. Okay, you need to put that person behind you, and you need to step out. We've had this conversation so many times before, and I'm just feeling as if, you know, you really need to step out from the shadow of I can't, I'm not good enough, who, you know, what will people think of me, and you know, just step out from the shadow of yourself and lead the way. Okay, just lead the way and have faith, and believe that, you know, are the incredible person that we all know you are, if that makes sense. What or who do I need? There's a bug on me. What or who do I need to put behind me to be a better person? The answer is that person of self-doubt. I spoke about this in my class the other day, and it's really funny. We were talking about Ginger, you still on? You know how you've got a name for that person that tells you all that negative stuff? And in my class the other day, we called her Karen, just by funny. And that negative person, just give her a name and tell her to sod off. And that's what I feel like you need to do, Ruth. Just put all that negativity into a persona and just tell her to take a walk, and you're going to leave her in the past, and that's your negative self. And I feel like you can bring in and embrace a lot more positivity, and a force to be reckoned with instead of a force to be doubtful of. So I'm going to leave you with that one, Ruthie. That makes sense. Going back to yo-yos, I have so many unanswered questions. I've just entered the spiritual world. Brittany, hi Brittany. You've just entered the spirit world. I hope that means you've discovered spirituality, that you haven't actually entered the spirit world. Rach, would love a message, please. Brittany. Marty, how are you? Oh, where am I? Hi, Rach. Reading all your messages, so just bear with me, guys. I'm going to go back to the yo-yo, if that's okay, because I know that the person I need to talk to was playing with a yo-yo, okay? And I also have to acknowledge a ping pong ball, okay? It must have been I don't know if there's a box full of stuff with games in it or memories from the past, but I know that there's a ping pong ball or something to do with a ping pong ball. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Ping pong ball. Okay. And I don't know whether there's a W connection, a W initial with somebody in spirit as well. I feel like it could be a gentleman. I've got a W, and I feel like it's a W-I, so it could be a William, a Wilson, could be the surname Wilson, William, Williams. Or Thomas. I know that sounds really bizarre and far-fetched, but I have to acknowledge that either a W-I initial or a specific name, Tom or Thomas. Okay, I have to acknowledge that. So I know that there's a gentleman in spirit, and I know that he's wanting to talk about yo-yo, or he's making a link with somebody today that has come across a yo-yo in the last few days. And there's a W connection or a W initial that's connected to this guy, and I feel like it's a W-I. I'm reading your messages, guys, but I've got a spirit with me. I know it's a gentleman. I know he wants to connect with somebody that just had a yo-yo this week. Kyle's, you got a W? Your dad's in spirit, Bec. Your dad's in spirit. His first initial starts with a W. Okay, and Bec, you had the yo-yo this week. What? Is it a Walter, Wally, Walt, W-A? You were given it this week, Bec. You were given a yo-yo this week. Smashing. All right, Bec, I'm with you. Okay, let's go over there because he's really specific about this yo-yo, and his name starting with a W. Okay, I feel a little bit shaky as well. It's a Warren. I had the WA, and I feel like he's a little bit shaky in the hands as well. So I don't know whether he's got a medication or had a medication that was a little bit shaky for him, or whether the condition made him shaky. But I just feel like I'm shaken from the inside out, if that makes sense. And I'm not, controlling myself as much as I would love to be able to. I feel like I'm really frustrated with it as well. He's a very proud man, very dignified man, and he's very loyal, very, straight to the point, off the cuff, doesn't hold anything back. He's very proud man, and to actually fall ill or poorly, I feel like it would have been quite discerning for him. He's really, he was really struggling, having to rely upon other people, and I just want to say, um, his strength was what he was known for, if that makes sense. And of course, being the man of the house, and being, the way that he was raised up, he was always, told to look after the women in the family. And I think that was his job from a young boy as well. I feel like he had to grow up quite fast. So I don't know whether his dad passed over relatively early, or his dad gave him a lot more responsibility. But I just feel as if your dad had to grow up quite fast, and there was a lot of responsibility on young shoulders at an early age. Okay, now he's wanting to also acknowledge too that there may be a name connection with somebody else that's a little bit younger that has his name also, because he's making that connection. So I don't know whether one of your kids has got his name as a middle name, but I have to place that through, and I have to put that there also. Being the shaky, I don't know whether there was a little bit of Alzheimer's there as well, or a little bit of dementia, because I just feel like I'm a little bit confused from time to time, and I just can't get a grasp on reality at all times. I get a little bit, it's almost like a time lapse, like I've lost time, if that makes sense. And I just feel a little bit disorientated, is the word that they're actually giving me also. And I know that he's got really sensitive eyes, Bec. So I don't know what that's about, or how that places. But he's showing me that his eyes were really sensitive, and they gave him a little bit of grief because he's wanting to put on a pair of sunglasses, okay, and just to take that glare out of the sun, if that makes sense. I also feel too is that for him, he was really self-conscious about his grooming, okay, or his grooming routine. And I feel like he may not have been groomed to the level that he wanted it to be done, if that makes sense. I also hear the big C as well, so I don't know whether he did suffer from a cancer-related illness, but I do feel as if something might have been there that would have sort of like spurred his condition on and pushed him over the rainbow bridge, if that makes sense. But I know that he's definitely here for you today. He's holding your hand, and he's saying, hey, it's okay, you've got that support. He's got one hand, your hand in both his hands, and it's just given a gentle tap, and he's saying, you know better, the way that things go, and what are you holding back for? What are you doubting about? Why are you trying to be self-reliant when there's people near and around you that can actually help you through? And so what what he's wanting to do is that he's just wanting to say, ask for help a little bit more. You don't have to put all this pressure on your shoulders all of the time. And the pressure that you're getting in your head is partly about dissatisfaction, but it's also partly about you not being too proud, but not wanting to put anybody out, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave that with you, Bec. He's just passing it across, and he's got a Tats Lotto ticket as well. So I don't know whether he liked to play Tats Lotto, or he liked to play something along those lines. And but what I'm actually seeing is that sometimes you have to take a gamble in order to win. That's the message he's passing across today. So I'm going to leave him with you, and I'm going to move on to the next one. So lots of love and blessings, and your dad's a really sweet person. Okay, guys, I can see a lot of your messages here. Let me just have a look and see where we're going. Hi, Julie. How are you? Stevie, how are you? Hi, Yasha. You know, my hair needs a good cut, actually. And yeah, I haven't had a chance to put the color through, but I'm glad you like it. Where am I going? You're better this week. So good to hear that, Stevie. Very pleased to hear that. Okay. B field. Will your plans come off? Is that what it says? Yeah. Will your plans come off? Um, I think it's going to come down to timing, B. It may not be when you want it to, but what I'm being guided to say is be patient because something has to be altered or something has to be changed in order for it to go forward. So I don't know what you're planning, but it's like you have to look at a different way of doing it or achieving it, if that makes sense. And so I have to do that. I'm also seeing money around it as well, so it might mean that you have to just save a little bit more cash, have a bit more of a cash flow there. It could be something like that, but I feel like um, there might be something there in regards to pennies and saving pennies. But I feel like if you want it, yes, it can certainly happen. But I just feel as if there's something there that is an obstacle that needs to be dealt with prior to actually those plans coming off. So I have to put that there. Janelle, I'm reading your message there. Will my relationship end? Let's pull a card on that one and see what comes up. Guys, if you're on for the first time, jump on, say hey, share the page. The more people that we get, the more exposure we can actually help people with. So it's all good. Okay, let's have a look here. Janelle, is there something or someone throwing you off balance? Okay, so that's what the card is coming forward here. So I don't know whether you're doubting your relationship because of something somebody near or around you has actually said, but I want to say to you that trust your instincts. Okay, trust your instincts, but don't buy into you know chit chat or idle gossip is the word I want to say. Relationships take work. Relationships take, dedication and trust. And if you can't trust and you can't sort of like work with the person that you're in a relationship with, then maybe you need to actually reassess what you're wanting from that relationship and what you're actually expectations of that relationship is, if that makes sense. I thought that was an ant in my drink bottle. So yeah, just have a look at that from that point of view and just ask yourself, what are your expectations? What are you wanting? Does it meet up? And but if you're mistrusting, I'd certainly have to look at either building up that trust or sort of like stepping back a little bit and having a look at you personally. That's just the message and guidance that I'm getting in regards to that, Janelle. So I hope that helps you out. Let me have a look. Harley, how are you? Are you able to share me? Uh, 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 Brittany has put up a post here. Are you able to share any clarity, as I'm new to all of this? I'm very interested in any more. The best advice that I can give you, Brittany, is to read, research, continue to read, and watch people, see how they work. Join a spiritual development class or a psychic development class, and you know, learn to work with spirit. So many people have so much raw potential, Laura. If you're watching this, you included, and you know, they don't know where to start, or they don't believe in the messages that they're getting and the guidance that they're getting, and they stand back and think that it's a whole lot of rubbish. But some of the raw mediums that I've had the pleasure of seeing in my time as a psychic medium in the professional circuit is just incredible. You know, there are so many mediums that go under the radar that are so much better than some of the big name mediums out there, and it's you know, it's such a shame because you know, there's a certain amount that get noticed and get promoted, and then the really good ones that sort of like plod along underneath, they go by the way, and they do such an incredible job. So Brittany, just start somewhere. Okay, follow the path and just start somewhere. And it's okay if you know, if you're going along here and then you decide, you know, I don't want to go down that path anymore, and it's okay if you're sort of like wanting to change your modality or change your tactic or change your circle. You know, this whole development thing is about developing, and it's about, you know, working with things. It's like starting off with a blank piece of paper and a pencil and learning to draw. The more you use it, the more you're going to gain skills. The more skills you gain, the better you're going to become, and the more, you know, clearer and concise and detailed you're going to be in regards to the craft that you're working with. So I hope that answers your question, Brittany. Matthew McGuire, how are you? Katie, yes, your mum's at peace. When a spirit passes into the other world or crosses the rainbow bridge, or you know, whatever you want to call it, everything that they had pre-existing their passing ceases to exist, because that's all human traits. Pain, grief, fear, anger, that's all human. Okay, and when somebody passes into the other world, what they become is the pure essence of their soul, the pure essence of their divine being, if that makes sense. And so they don't have any pain, they don't have any aggression, anger, frustration, you know, anything like that. They're the pure essence of that soul being. And you know, sure, they come through to people like myself, and they profile themselves by saying, hey, I had this and I suffered from that and I passed over from that, and that's so that you can place them and you know where exactly to place them. But you know, they don't have any of those ailments anymore. They're in their pure sense, living it up, pure light, pure vibration, pure love, unconditional love, all of those sort of things. And they're like having the biggest party on the other side, because they're just in that, you know, perfect spot. Kate, what are you doing? So I hope that makes sense for you, Katie. Where am I going to go here? Just bear with me. I can see all your messages. Yeah, so just remember that she's there with you always. Every time you think of her, she's there. Every time you know, you're thinking or reminiscing about her, she's there, because it's your thoughts that's keeping that vibration alive. So she's definitely there, sweetheart. There you go. Pam's put up a perfect example here. Okay. Where am I going? Is that it? Let's have a look. Oops, no, wrong one. Here we go. This one. Pam saying, my son says his legs now that work and he dances. He was unable to walk. There you go. See, they know. It's amazing. Die, you're mad. Yeah, he sells monkey meat. Yes, Sharon, your guides are with you always. We have animal guides, we have human guides. We are always being guided on our journey. They don't just send us down here and go deal with it on your own. We have numerous guides at any given time. We have guides to show us how to evolve. We have guides that show us how to, have faith. We have educational guides. We have spiritual guides. We have love guides. We have guides for absolutely everything. So, they are with us all the time, and at any given time, we can receive good guides. We can receive new guides as well, because as we're going through our life, we're evolving, you see, and so we may not have the same need for those guides that we had previously, but we're working on something else. For instance, if you're doing nursing, something like that, you might have somebody that's educational that's going to help you as a nursing guide, and then all of a sudden you decide to be a hairdresser and you need to cut hair, and you think, wow, what's going on? I need somebody to help me out here. And so you might get Vidal Sassoon as a hairdressing guide. I always wished when I was doing barbering that he'd come in, but yeah, definitely, you've always got guidance. You're always being guided, and you're always being directed on the right path. So 100% on that one. Yeah, sure. I can see your I can see you're like demanding a reading here, and I've taken it on board that you're asking for a reading, but I have to go where I'm guided. Okay, sweetheart. So just bear with me. I've got you on my list, and I can see that you're quite urgently asking for a message. So just hold on, and we'll get to you as soon as I can. Okay, so just relax and enjoy, and we'll bring something forward for you. Jade's talking about, what if you think they are showing you a path but you're questioning it? How would you know it's the right path, and will it be successful? Okay, so what you actually get, Jade, is that you will get, if you're, say, for instance, if you're put on a path and you're questioning it, that's okay, because you're right where you need to be right at this particular minute. And sometimes that path is a link to put us onto another path, which is the right path, if that makes sense. It's like meeting people. You meet that person who introduces you to that person who introduces you to your life partner. You've got to meet that initial person first. And so it's okay to question things. It's okay to change paths, if that makes sense. But it's a long time before things settle. And just remember that this life and this existence is about learning. And there's no right or wrong. There's just choices and chances, and there's just lessons, if that makes sense. So it's okay to go, hey, I'm going to try this for a while. If I don't like it, that's okay. There's nothing that says you have to stay in it. Okay, nothing at all that says you can't move on to something else. Try something different. Go forward. All I want to say to you, Jade, is do something, and keep moving forward. Keep that essence flowing. Keep your energy flowing. Keep going and going. Just don't stop and lie down. Whatever you're doing, just keep it going. Okay. If water stops, it becomes stagnant. Okay. So you need to keep that flowing, and you need to keep on going. And if you choose to go in a different direction, that's okay. Okay, that's okay, but at least you're moving forward, and at least you're flowing. So I hope that makes sense for you, Jade. Okay, just bear with me. Let me go back up here, and I feel like I want to go to Matthew Maguire, you need a haircut. Half of Australia needs haircuts. Okay. Oh, okay, Yasha, that makes sense. No worries. Well, I have you on. I have you on my list. Okay, but I'm gonna go with Matthew Maguire for the minute. I feel like I need to connect with him. Okay, Matthew Maguire. Matthew, would it make sense that you have a younger person in spirit? I feel like it would have been either a work colleague or a school friend or somebody like that. I feel like he would have died tragically. I feel like it is a male, and I feel like he would have died tragically, whether an accidental element or taking his own life. Does that make sense? Matthew, I feel like I need to mention a suicide or a taking of their own life with you, Matt. Okay. I don't know if Matthew's still on here. Matthew, if you're on here, can you place a suicide with a younger person? I feel like it's a male and it would have been either a work colleague or a mate. Trisha, how are you? Okay, I don't know if Matt's there, so I'm just going to hold that to the side for a minute. Oh, that's so bad, Carly. He has his own business or is he working for somebody else? Okay. Is Matt online anywhere? Trisha Hanley, I'm going to go with you and pull a card for you. Okay, I have to go with you. Just bear with me. I don't know where Matt went, but Jodie, that's amazing. That's so good. My daughter has had a young girl with her since she was 2. She's now 20 and still has this girl with you. Jodie, just hold on to that for a second. I feel like your daughter may have been a twin, and that person that she has with her is actually a twin sibling. Okay, that's what I'm getting for that one, Jodie's, and that child or that person is actually going to grow with her, but she's seeing it in that light. So I don't know where you're carrying twins, but I just feel like you may have. That's what I'm getting anyway. That it's a sibling, or sometimes one twin survives and the other doesn't. But that's why she's seeing it with her all this time. Okay. Trisha, let's have a look here. Putting these cards. These are Karen Dalton Smith's cards. How do I regenerate passion back into my life? Okay. How do I regenerate passion back into your life? Bit of a stalemate here. I feel, Trisha, and I just want to say to you, keep it flowing, keep it going. There's only so much that you can do and control in your life. Okay, there's only so much that you can do and that you control. Sometimes you just got to let it go. Okay. But there is a lot of passion that's coming in for you in the next few months, and I feel like it's almost like pulling back the windows, cleaning the windows, bringing in a freshness. That's what I'm feeling for you, and that you need to hear, if that makes sense. So it's almost like a big spring clean, but I feel like it's almost an emotional spring clean as well, not just a house spring clean, but an emotional spring clean. Trish, I also feel like there's something around work for you as well, transition for work, or a transition coming into work, and I just want to hold on to that one a little bit longer. Okay, I feel like you're going to look at something that you revisited a few months back, but then put it on hold. I don't know whether it's because of COVID or what actually happened, but I feel like you're going to revisit a decision, or revisit an option or opportunity, and that may come into play around about August, September next year. So I'm going to pass that across to you, and with lots of love and blessings. Okay, let me have a look here. Now I want to go to Yasha. Let's have a look here. Okay, guys, I've got a lot of messages coming forward, and I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on tonight and joining us for the show, the banter. I can see everybody's asking for messages. There's only so many I can get to in each banter, and so if I don't read for you tonight, please don't feel disheartened, because I do have 2 shows a week, one on a Wednesday at 12 o'clock and one on a Sunday as well. But there's a lot more clarity and a lot more information that you'll get in a private reading. So please book in with me, office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com. My prices are all, comparative and all relative to the industry, and I try and make it feasible for everybody. So please jump on board, book a reading with me. I've got some places next week. I'm pretty booked out though, which will put me into the next week. So just be patient, and if you do want a reading, message me. Emails running across the bottom there, and we'll certainly book you in for that one. So just let me have a look here. Yasha, your mum. You're after your mum, is that right? Okay. Hi, Bronwyn. Hi, Emma. How are you? Who's online new tonight? Say hey. Say hey. Let me know. Okay. Stevie, you booked in already. You are booked in. Yasha. Yasha, I feel like your mum, she had a decent age about her. Okay, I feel like she lived a lot that was far greater than her years, if that makes sense. So whatever she actually went through, I'm just feeling as if it exceeded her actual literal age, if that makes sense. So for an example, if some people are a lot older, their souls are a lot older, and they have a lot more life experience far beyond their age. I mean, I know that some children now that are being born are incredibly in tune and attuned to spirituality and spiritualism, and you just look at them and go like, wow, how long have you been here before? And so I'm just feeling as if there are so many things that would have been similar with your mum, if that makes sense, Yasha. I do feel her fading away. Okay, I feel her slipping away. So I know that she was poorly at the time of her passing. Does that make sense? You can place that. Thank you, Jay, for your message. Yeah, and she was sick, wasn't she, Yasha? You can place that a long sickness that would have dragged out a little bit. Okay. Okay, Yasha. Mom's got the most gentle voice, and I feel like she's trying to communicate from a bed that she would have been actually laying down on, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm looking and may not be able to communicate as much as I wanted to with her, Yasha. And I just feel like, I'm laying down and I feel like I'm really weak. Okay. I feel like I'm really weak. But I know that it was a long, drawn out process. Okay. But she has got so much love in her eyes and so much love in her heart. And I know that sounds generically fluffy, but I really feel that this woman would have exhumed that type of thing. She was so grateful and gracious, with people as well. And I feel like her skin color was a little bit darker as well. So I don't know whether that's because of the condition that she actually had. But I feel like I have to mention skin coloration or something relevant to skin coloration, if that makes sense. Okay. She loved to hear music, and I feel like music and smell was really important to her. And so she's just saying that, the care that she actually received towards end life was absolutely incredible. And she's just acknowledging that. Okay. She's acknowledging the kindness. And I feel like there was massages or something that was like a lymphatic drainage or something that really would have helped her out. If that makes sense. So I'm just feeling like I want to massage or just move things along, if that's making sense to you, Yasha. Your mother's just acknowledging, whether it's a simple leg massage or just trying to keep things moving and trying to keep things flowing, if that makes sense. She's talking about a bracelet too, so I don't know whether you have a charm bracelet or she had a charm bracelet. I don't know whether it's a Pandora or there's something with a charm, and I feel like what I'm actually seeing is like something with the charms hanging off it or a charm on it as well. I'm being shown the cross, and I am being passed the message, please keep the faith and don't give up. Okay, please keep the faith and don't give up. She's really specific about this. Look after yourself. Okay, she's saying that you've almost like stepped into this pit of darkness, and she's saying, don't think bad thoughts. That's not how she would like you to live your life. She wants you to bring people near and around you, not for you to disconnect with people, if that makes sense. And I'm just wanting to say to you that, now is the time for living. You did a great job caring, loving her, and were the best version of a daughter that she could have asked for. I'm giving the number 2 as well. So I don't know whether there's 2 people, 2 siblings that she's wanting to acknowledge, or that she was one of 2 siblings, but I have to pass across the number 2, Yasha. And, I'm being also told second chance. So I just want to acknowledge that there. Yeah. Does that make sense, guys? I can see that. Okay. I'm just having a look at some messages while I'm waiting for that confirmation. Yasha, you need to immerse yourself in keep yourself busy. Okay, there's a whole lot of sitting down, and there's a whole lot of reflection and things like that. And there's an anniversary that's coming up, so I don't know whether her birth or death anniversary is coming up or just been. I have to acknowledge that also. But I'm also being, the main message that she's wanting to come across is don't lose the faith, don't lose the hope, and just keep on going. Okay, you've got life, and you've got so much to live for. And she's just wanting to say, don't hold regret that she's not with you, because she is with you. And I've said this time and time before, guys, on the banter. When they pass over, they don't just fall off the edge of the world. Okay, they pass into spirit. It's like we're the ice cube. We've been put in the sun. We've turned to steam. We've just changed state. They're there with you. They hear exactly what you're talking about. They hear you talking to them. They see you kissing their pictures. They know that you're patting their animals. They know absolutely everything that's going on, because they're fluid, they're in their purest state. And so I just need to pass that message across, Yasha, and understand that she's with you always, okay? It's the same for all of you who are seeking guidance from your loved ones. They're with you each and every day. Whenever you're thinking of them, they're there. Whenever you hear music that was played at their funeral and that reminds you of them, they're there. Whenever, it's their birthday and you're thinking, I wish I could wish them happy birthday, they know, okay? They know all of this. They're there, and they just have to pass that across. So love and blessings. And, please understand that they're there. They're always there, and they're never not going to be there, okay? Because it's only a really thin veil. If you put your hands out straight, there's about, 3 meters between this world and the next world. It's at the edge of your fingertips, and that's how far away they are. They're just, it's like a thin piece of glad wrap between us and them, and they know exactly what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and, they know exactly where you're headed, if that makes sense. So just have faith that your loved ones are there, but they don't have the pain, they don't have the suffering, and they don't have the distress, the trauma, the torment, the ego, or any of that human emotion or rubbish. They are in their purest essence. They're pure light. They're pure spirit. Okay? So, they are definitely there. Talia, I'm really drawn to your question in a minute, and I want to say no to that question. I almost want to say be cautious, okay? Don't put on rose-colored glasses, and just go into it with open eyes, and just guard your heart a little bit longer, if that makes sense. Carmel Jones. Where are you? Hi, Carmel. Thanks for joining. You've had somebody around you all day, and you need help to work out what they want to tell me. Can you feel anything for me? Okay, let me have a look here. I'm just trying to get a grip on them, Carmel, so just bear with me. It's a female that you have with you, and I'm really being drawn to stomach on this person. So I know that this person would have had stomach problems. I know that she would have struggled with her stomach, okay? And I'm feeling too that there's a correlation between you and her. It's something that, there's the common denominator there. So I don't know whether you've had trouble with your belly, or or being tested for something that could be similar, but I feel like she's almost guidance for you. Oops, what am I doing? I hit the wrong thing. You guys are cracking me up laughing. It could be your niece. She passed with stomach problems. Carmel, I just know it's a female, okay? And I know that there's something with the stomach, but I feel like she's not the only person that would have had it in the family. And I don't know whether you've had it or there's been niggles, if that makes sense. But I have to acknowledge that too. And I don't know whether there's a Crohn's disease or a connection to Crohn's disease in the family also, Carmel, but I have to acknowledge something like that, okay, if that makes sense. Guys, don't worry about the trolls. You're so funny. Anyway, Carmel, I do feel like you jumped on also too about the suicide previously for Matt, didn't you? I think. And I have to acknowledge with this woman that you know, that there's something with her belly, and I feel like there's something also too that is relative to somebody near and around you. So I have to acknowledge that that's coming in, Carmel. So just hold on to it. I don't know whether it's a food allergy or something along those lines, but I have to talk about stomach. It's really important. Something to do with stomach. Also, Carmel, where can you place to addiction in the family as well? Because I feel like there's addiction pressing behind this person that's actually coming forward. So I don't know whether it's a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction or both. But I have to acknowledge that also. Oh, what's going on there? Does that make sense to you? Carly, okay. So Carly, you've got addiction and suicide with your spirit. Okay, just bear with me. Oh. Okay, Carly, just hold on for 2 seconds. I just need to separate two spirits. Bear with me. Carly Ross. Carmel, I feel like I'm still with you, okay? I have to acknowledge this young person that I actually have with you. And I feel like depression near and around also. I have to put that with this person also. I do see her tagging on your skirt tails, if that makes sense, trying to get your attention, trying to wake you up. And I feel like, you know, there are things that are being shown to in your world that you're not actually paying attention to. And what I actually want to say is stop focusing on the one thing and have a look at the broader picture, have a look at the bigger picture and see what's actually near and around you. Also, Carmel, too, I feel like that somebody near and around your inner sanction, your inner circle, may not be as loyal as what you first thought they were going to be. And so I feel like, you know, that might be an awakening or it might be coming into you. But I just want to say to you, like, have a look at people that are near and around you, because I'm just getting speech that may not be untrue. Okay, so you know, keep your circle small and know who's in it is the message that this person is trying to get. She's tugging on your coattails as if to say, hey, wake up, look at what's around you, look at what you do have, look at what's near to you, and honor it, treasure it, and make sure that it's positive, clean energy is the word that she's actually using, clean energy. So come on, I'm just going to leave that with you, and I hope that you can make sense of it, because that's what she's passing across. I'm also getting an R initial connected to this spirit, also an R initial. So I don't know whether it's a Rachel or something along those lines, but I get an R initial, and also have to acknowledge a date or the name April. Okay, a date in April or the name April as well. So if you can place that, just let us know. But I'm going to leave that there for you, if that's okay. Di, good night. Happy birthday. Hope you had an amazing day. Carly, I'm going to come to you quickly and just see what I've got there. So Carly, you can place the suicide and the addiction, okay? Troubled mind, troubled soul is what I'm actually getting for this one. And I feel like it was long term. I don't feel like it's something that happened overnight. I feel like it was a long term kind of thing. Okay, and you know, it was sort of like you almost expected at some day or time you would get a phone call that this person had actually you know, eased that pain, if that makes sense. Also, I have to acknowledge too, somebody with this person that would have passed from a stroke, okay, that, or sorry, I can take that back, that would have passed with a heart attack, okay, not a stroke, a heart attack, because I'm seeing the scar on the chest, but I'm also feeling the pain of a heart attack. And I know that this person that you had that suffered from addiction, that did, you know, contribute to their own passing, is with somebody that would have had a heart attack. And I feel this person is male, and I don't know whether it's granddad or grandfather, but I feel like it's granddad or grandfather, and I want to put them on mum's side, mum, if that makes sense. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Mitchell and his grandfather. Okay. All right. And his grandfather had the heart attack. Does that make sense, Carly? Okay. All right. His grandfather's very strong with him and very embracing. So he's in good hands. He's in a better place. And I feel like, you know, he struggled for a long time with his demons, is what I'm actually being told. So I just have to part. You know, he's with his granddad on his dad's side. So his dad's dad, I think it is. Dad's dad. But yeah, definitely sitting there with that and J initial coming in. Okay, so Carly, let me see what I can get for him. He's just letting you know that he's okay, he's fine. So with his grandfather being really good taken. I feel that his grandfather is a very strong person, and he would have been kind of a big guy too. I feel like he's quite tall. He wasn't a short guy, but quite tall. Definitely taller than your friend in spirit. Anyhow, his dad died too, and his mother, but grandfather is mum's side. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you can mess them up where they stand. And it's like, they just float around the middle. But anyway, I know it's definitely his grandfather that he's with. I know he's fine. I know he's okay. Being shown a clock on that one, Carly, and I'm being shown a wristwatch also, okay? And I don't know whether he left behind children also, or a child, or children. Child or children, 1, 2, 1, 1.5. I don't know whether he had a child and there was another one on the way, but I'm just feeling as if you know, somebody's wanting to acknowledge one child and one on the way, if that makes sense. You know, he's definitely there with his grandfather, and he's definitely in a better place, if that makes sense. So I have to pass that across. Lots of love, lots of blessings, Carly. He's fine, he's safe, and he's with his mentor. So I think that, you know, he's being guided in the right direction now, which is absolutely beautiful to see. Okay, now, guys, I've got time for one more reading, and I'm just going to go back up here. Your children, he had one on the way. Yeah, because I feel like there's one on the way is what I want to say. Yeah, I can see. Thanks, babe. Okay, let me go back up here and let me see what we've got. Some more. Where are we at? Okay, Shushuma, I lost Dad in 2018. Is there any messages from him for me, please? Let me have a look here. Shushma. You lost Dad in 2018. Is there any messages from him, please? Okay. Shushma, I feel like your father dwindled. I feel like, you know, there was an onset of illness preceding his passing, if that makes sense. And I have to talk about the catalyst or the time preceding that back to 3 months, so 12 weeks prior. I also have to acknowledge a fall or something with him too. A fall or something like that, but I have to acknowledge that. And I feel like I'm falling over. So I don't know whether he fell over 3 months prior, but I just feel like I'm going over, if that makes sense. So if you can acknowledge that, just let me know. Bev, you're out of here. No worries. What can you acknowledge, please? Can you tell me what you're acknowledging? All of that or part of that? But I just feel like that. He fell down, yeah. And that would be about 12 weeks before his passing. Does that make sense? Because I just feel like, you know, there was a few falls and then he really fell down and hurt himself. And, you know, with the older people, they sort of like dissipate on a level, if that makes sense. So he fell 2 years before he passed. Shushma, I feel like he fell as well, but it may not have been disclosed, or somebody might have held it back from knowledge, because I feel like there was another fall. So I don't know whether he was in aged care or there was somebody caring for him, but I'm just feeling as if something happened and he may not have been watched, if that makes sense. Very, very gently spoken. Shushma, he's standing back on this. He's not quite sure what this whole mediumship thing is about, and you know, I'm feeling as if like he's edging forward, but he's just sort of still questioning the validity of it, if that makes sense. It's like, what are you doing? How am I talking to you? What's going on here? Where am I? So he's a little bit disorientated, if that makes sense. You and mum took care of him. Yeah. I don't know what the falling is, but I have to acknowledge that. So something happened, Shushma. Like, I'm keep going back to 12 weeks, 12 weeks, 12 weeks. I just have to acknowledge that. 12 weeks, 12 weeks, 12 weeks, 3 months, whatever happened 3 months prior. You know, the message that he's wanting to talk to you about, the message that he's wanting to talk about, is to open up your heart space and to let people in. I feel like you've blocked a lot of people through pain, and I just feel as if, you know, you need to open up that heart space and just breathe through it, if that makes sense. Just breathe through whatever it is that's holding you back. You're very what's the word? I'm not going to say rigid, but it's like you've almost forgotten how to live in a way. And you know, what he's saying is that you just need to actually live a little bit more and believe in yourself a little bit more. Yeah, he doesn't understand the whole mediumship. I feel like it's a foreign belief system for him, and I'm just feeling as if he's sort of like cautious. He's trying to work out, how is this all going on. He's got a very logical mind, and he's not opposed to it. He just doesn't know how it works, if that makes sense. But he is full of you know, full of energy now. So I know that leading up to his passing, he would have lost energy, if that makes sense. Tired, you know, just lethargic. And I feel like his illness drained him, if that makes sense, or his body gave out on him and his illness drained him. Okay. I'm seeing somebody also is acknowledging somebody that would have held a drink to his mouth with a straw. Okay. 12 weeks before he had eyes issues and he couldn't see properly. Yeah, he is happy. Yes, very happy. He's with his brother, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a brother over there, and he's with his brother. That's what he's telling me or guiding me to say, that he's with his brother. And I have to acknowledge that. And I feel this person is older as well. So I don't know whether you had an older brother, but I have to acknowledge that he's with a brother and this person is older, okay? But he's wanting to acknowledge somebody that held a drink to his mouth with a straw. Okay, and Shushma, I feel like too there was some sort of like internal bleeding with him also. So I don't know, you know, I don't know what it was, what relevance it is, or why he's actually showing me. But I do feel that there was some sort of internal bleeding. I have to. That's the only way that I can describe what I'm actually being shown. Internal bleeding, but he's definitely saying he's with a brother. But yeah, he's definitely in a good place. He's telling me he's happy, but he wants you to be happy. He's a little bit worried about the time you spend questioning things. Okay, the time you spend questioning things. And he's saying it's about time that you actually moved on and moved forward, if that makes sense too. I do see you leaving wherever you're living at the present time, and he's saying, you know, just pack up the past and move forward. So I have to leave you with that one, Shushma. I feel like he got a heart attack. Okay. I feel like there's some sort of bleeding as well that's going on there. It's sudden. There was so much that was so much that was going on for him, Shushma. I don't know whether there was also an aneurysm or something. There's something to do with blood. I have to place that with your dad as well, because I'm being guided to say that, you know, something to do with blood, something to do with blood pressure. And I just feel as if it was a decline down, and it was you know, only a matter of time before something actually happened, if that makes sense. He's wanting to wish lots of love and lots of blessings to people as well. Okay, lots of love and blessings to people as well. I'm seeing a celebration with flowers also, so I have to acknowledge you know, flowers, or something to do with the laying of flowers or laying around of flowers as well, and the lighting of a candle. So I don't know whether his anniversary of his passing is coming up or just been, but I have to acknowledge that there's a ritual surrounding some, you know, a commemorative state that's coming up, if that makes sense. So Shushma, I'm going to leave that with you. Please know that he's with you. He's loving, understanding, and you know, really in a beautiful space where he is at the present time, and he wants the same for you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that with you, and I'm going to move forward. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock now, and I am going to finish today's banter. I can see that so many of you are pressing, and so many of you are new tonight, and I am so grateful that you've joined the show. But please understand, I can't read for all of you. I can see your messages. I wish I could just sit here and keep going and reading for each and every one of you, but it's just impossible. I can't reach each and every one of you in a 2-hour spot, and I have to go where I'm guided to in regards to spirit and spirit messages. I do have availability always for readings. Next week is pretty booked out, but I can fit a couple more in if you wish to have a private reading. office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com is where you need to email me, and we'll book you in for a private reading. Sundays at 8 p.m. and Wednesdays at 12 o'clock is when we're back on with the Banter show. Next Sunday, I will not be doing the Banter. Okay, next Sunday there will be no Banter because I am Jewish and it's the high holidays, and I will not be working during Yom Kippur. Okay, so please understand that there will not be any Banter next Sunday night. Okay, following week, we will be having I just got to check the dates, but we'll be having Scott Alexander King on the show. So you've asked for him, he's agreed to it, and we'll definitely be having him on the show. I've just got to confirm the date because I had him in for next week without realizing it was Yom Kippur. So guys, I'm sending lots of love to each and every one of you. I know that you're all struggling, and I know that, you know, everybody wants to hear from their loved ones. Okay, but please be rest assured that they are definitely with you. Okay, and that includes animals as well, guys. I know that a lot of people think of their animals as children or their animals as dear companions, and they definitely are there. They're there with us all the time. They're there with us in spirit when they pass over, and nothing is ever gone because it's always in our memory. And when we remember them, we're bringing them forward, and that's how they connect to us. So I think that for each and every one of you that are seeking out tonight messages from your loved ones in spirit, please understand that whatever's been said tonight, take on that. There'll be a message in all of tonight's banter for each and every one of you. So take a moment, go back over the banter. If you're looking for a message from your loved ones, go back over. What are you connected to? Is there a word that stands out? Is there a phrase that I've said? Is there a card that I've pulled that you can make relevance to? Is there a song that was playing in your head at any particular time? These are all signs and messages from spirit, okay? A photo might fall off the wall. You might find like one of you tonight said that you had a message, a written note from your mum that you just come across today that was really relevant in regards to ego and things like that. They're never gone, guys. We're always reminded when we need to be reminded, and when we need it most, that our loved ones are near and dear and around us. Please understand that they're around us always more and stronger when there's a birth date or an anniversary date or a death date that's coming forward. They'll always step forward on those times because they know that you're thinking of them, okay? But never, ever feel alone, okay? Never feel alone. Understand that you've always got your guides with you and you've always got your loved ones with you in spirit. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. I know that there's some of you that are pressing for messages, and I really wish that I could read for you, but 2 hours is enough for me tonight. I've already done a 2-hour platform show, and I've got a really big week ahead of me. So as much as I'd love to say, hey, let's do another hour, just don't have another hour in me right now, guys. So please understand, I'm not ignoring you. I go where I'm guided to go with, and I have to put that across. I just want to say a really big thank you to Rivka tonight for jumping online and answering some admin questions. It's a really big help, and I have to acknowledge the help that I get when I get it. So thank you so much, my love. And I'm going to say blessings. Find something great in each day, guys. Look at the positive. I can, I will, I am, instead of I can't, I won't, I don't. Look at the positives. Focus, believe, achieve, and have an incredible week. And I will see you again on Wednesday. Thanks for sharing.